Hey guys, Justin with AmericanMuscle.com here with my quick review and dyno test of the Engine Evolution Cold Air Intake System, available for your 2015 and up Mustang GT. Alright guys, so you should be checking out the Evolution Cold Air Intake System from Engine for your Coyote powered GT if you're looking for a totally unique cold air design that can be used either with or without a custom tune. It's going to feature some exclusive bells and whistles, and it is going to be priced competitively with some of your other aftermarket options here at AM. Now before I start breaking down all of the unique features with the Evolution Cold Air here, we want to see how this thing performs. So earlier today, we grabbed our baseline run using our 6-speed 2015 GT behind me. We then re-ran the car with the engine installed along with a custom tune. Now even though I told you guys this thing doesn't require a custom tune, we wanted to see what the Evolution was truly capable of, and here are those results. Baseline numbers using our 2015 6-speed GT gave us 386 horsepower, 364 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. With the engine intake installed along with the custom tune, the car is now making 414 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. That's good for a peak gain of 28 horsepower over the baseline numbers and gains of as much as 35 horsepower and 35 pound-feet of torque throughout the curve. Now you will see some smaller gains with the engine by itself without a custom tune. Typically single-digit horsepower and torque numbers aren't unusual, but if you want to see the bigger gains like we achieved here, you're going to have to pair it with a custom tune. So now that you know a little bit more about the numbers, let's break down the engine a little further. Now let's first start with the most unique feature to the Evolution intake, and that's going to be the air filter design or layout. Now most, if not all, aftermarket intakes that I'm aware of utilize some sort of cone filter attached to the intake tube itself, and that filter is either left open to the engine bay or enclosed in some sort of air box. Now the Evolution here is an enclosed air box, as you can see, but when you open this thing up, you'll find the air filter itself is actually attached to the top portion of the intake here, which is something I've never seen before, and in fact, Engine calls it the first standalone air filter chamber on the market. Another feature that is unique to the Evolution Cold Air is their built-in filter minder here, which allows for quick and easy filter inspection without having to totally disassemble the air box itself. Now this is the first time something like this has been included with an aftermarket Cold Air according to Engine, and thanks again to this little dial here, you'll know when it's time to take the filter out and give it a good cleaning. Now those are going to be your two biggest separating factors when choosing the Evolution as opposed to some other option here on the site. In addition to that, guys, you are going to be looking at a durable polyethylene for the construction throughout. Engine actually claims this is going to help prevent any heat soak. Rotomolded plastic intake tube and air box, along with the largest Super Nano Web dry filter available on the market. This thing is washable and reusable. Again, guys, the Evolution is a no tune required intake, meaning you can bolt this thing up to your 2015 and up GT and go without a custom tune. But that being said, if you do plan on getting a tune down the road but maybe aren't there yet, the Evolution would definitely be a good option. Expect a super easy install getting the Evolution bolted up, guys. 1 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter, and maybe a total of an hour in the garage or driveway when it's all said and done. You're going to be looking at some basic hand tools here, nothing crazy, a socket set, a few screwdrivers, and don't forget a Torx bit to remove the mass airflow sensor from your factory intake. So if you're looking for a well-built, no tune required intake that does perform either with or without a custom tune, as we saw, in addition to a couple of unique features, then you definitely want to check out the Evolution intake from Engine, available here at AmericanMuscle.com.